Intervals. Intervals measure the size and quality of the distance between two notes. Put intervals in the same category as inches, pounds, miles, and degrees. They all are units of measure.
Make sense?
If the two notes are played at the same time, the interval is a harmonic interval. If the notes occur one after the other, the interval is a melodic interval. The size of an interval is the number of letter names it spans, counting either up or down, including the first note in the count. To determine the size of an interval, ignore any accidentals.
Just ignore them.
Interval sizes are named using numbers 1 through 14. Intervals smaller than an octave are simple intervals. Intervals larger than an octave are compound intervals. For this video, we are going to focus on simple intervals.
Seems simple enough.
Interval quality. Intervals of the same numerical size may vary in quality depending on how many half steps they contain. The three types of interval qualities we will talk about are major, minor, and perfect intervals. Seconds, thirds, sixths, and sevenths can either be major or minor. They can also be augmented and diminished, but for this video we're just going to focus on major and minor. A major interval is larger than a minor interval, meaning the major interval has one more half step than the minor one. Seconds. A second spans 2 steps on the staff. A minor second has 1 half step. For example, C to D flat. A major second has 2 steps, C to D. They both span 2 letter names, C to D, the difference being how many half steps are in between the notes.
More similarities than differences.
Another name for a second is a step. Thirds span 3 steps on the staff. A third either moves from one line to the very next line, or a space to the very next space. Another name for a third is a skip. A minor third has 3 half steps. An example, C to E flat. A major third has 4 half steps, C to E. The minor and major third intervals are the building blocks of all chords. We are going to skip intervals of a fourth and a fifth just for a moment. An interval of a sixth spans 6 steps. A minor sixth has 8 half steps. An example, C to A flat. A major sixth has 9 half steps. C to A.
Very nice.
Sevenths. An interval of a seventh spans 7 steps. A minor seventh has 10 half steps. C to B flat. A major seventh has 11 half steps. C to B. Perfect intervals.
Perfect.
Unison, fourths and fifths, and octaves are usually perfect. They can never be altered to minor or major. If they shrink by a half step, they become diminished, and if they expand by a half step, they become augmented. Fourths span 4 steps and have 5 half steps. C to F. Fifths span 5 steps on the piano and staff and have 7 half steps. C to G. And finally, octaves span 8 steps and have 12 half steps. C to C. Interval inversion. Each interval found in the octave has an inversion that contains the same 2 notes. For example, C to D is a major second. D to C is a minor 7th. So the major second and minor 7th are interval inversions.
The formula, please.
An easy formula to remember is to take the number 9 and subtract the interval size you currently have. For example, a major second. So 9 minus 2 equals 7. And the final part is to switch the quality only for major and minor intervals. 9 minus a major third equals 6. Switch the major to minor, we have minor 6. So C to E is a major third, and E to C is a minor 6th. With perfect intervals, you do the same subtraction. 9 minus a perfect 5th equals 4. The only difference is you keep the perfect quality. So C to G is a perfect 5th, and G to C is a perfect 4th. Reading intervals is the fastest way to read new music. Just like when you're reading a new book, you don't sound out all the letters to make sense of the sentence. You put all the letters together to form a word, and those words to form a sentence. Same thing in music. You put those intervals together to form a pattern, and putting those patterns together, a phrase. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to check out some of our other videos. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to be up to date with our newest videos. Thank you.